Hello, friends. I'm inviting you into an experience today, and you'll be able to have that experience depending on your willingness to be present. That's really all it will take. And so I'm sitting on the couch with my wife's cat on my lap, grounding the disruptive energies that are coming into the world healing field to be grounded. And so if we allow ourselves to be more present with the energies of the world, we'll notice different energies based on kind of our filters, our lenses. So we'll notice different energies. One person will say, oh, the light. Another person will say, oh, the darkness. You know, it's getting darker, it's getting lighter. And both are affected by our consciousness. I think many are waking up from the illusion that our government has our best interests in mind or in heart. And for too many years, I've been suggesting that our leadership has taken the bribe. And not only that, they've written laws to make it legal to accept bribes in the form of campaign donations. Regardless of our individual perspective, whether it be arriving out of our thoughtful presence or triggered by the outer world views, we still come down to the same decision, moment after moment. I've written, do we choose love or do we choose fear? But it's actually much more personal. Do I choose love or do I choose fear? Just recognizing it's a choice is step one. Fear seems to feed the fire and frenzy of the war machine. I am aware of the panic in governments that their mishandling and inappropriate activities have led us to this point of apparently no return. Yet, we, who might refer to ourselves as part of the TIAM team, know inside that we are here to assist the world to change. And how does the world change? By each of us individually and therefore collectively. And feel this as I speak of it, because I'm doing this as I speak. So if you just listen to my words and make up meaning from them, you'll have one experience. But if you attune to what I'm saying, you'll quite possibly have the same experience I'm having, or very similar. How does the world change? By each of us individually and collectively releasing and integrating the traumas of our past. By facing our fears, giving time, because when we speak of facing our fears, then more than likely we'll feel those fears that we've not been facing. By facing our fears, our sadness, and anger, by regulating our nerve system through conscious breathing and mindfulness. Maybe heartfulness as well, or maybe just heartfulness. In late January of 2020, I was asked to set up a world healing field. It has been open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for 6.5 years now. And then just feel it. That's the energy of the world healing field. And the world healing field is just a healing energy. And within the world healing field are energies of disruption and disturbance that are being released by humans into the field, or are being grounded by other humans in the field. So to participate in the world healing field that's going on all the time, you can just state out loud, I choose to connect to the world observational healing field. Then you may notice that you're now in that field. And then next you say, I ground myself to the healing center of the earth. I open myself to the healing presence of the One. And do notice if you just have an experience saying that of the One, or if you go into your mind and start saying, well, what's the One and what am I? That can happen too, you know. When you state, I open myself to the healing presence of the One, you either have the experience that, oh, I'm open to the presence of the oneness, or the One, or source consciousness, whatever you want to call it. You are an aspect of that, an individuation of that. And next you can state, I choose to release and integrate all unresolved energies that do not serve the highest good now. Then throughout your day, recognize where are you holding energies? Where in the body do you feel contraction and lack of flow? Where in your emotional body do you feel contraction and lack of flow? Where in your mental body do you feel contraction and lack of flow? And where in your spiritual body do you feel contraction and lack of flow? It's important that you know this. If there is a contraction, you are contracting and holding energy. If you remain present, identify the area of contraction, and if you're feeling this contraction, this is where my attention is going right now. So if you remain present, and if I remain present, and I identify the area of contraction, slow down, and allow spaciousness to be present in my awareness, you and I can integrate what shows up and carry on. If you allow your gaze to look up, into the area right above your head, right away, or eventually, you will notice a golden and white light entering in through the crown chakra on top of the head. This healing white and golden light will immediately or eventually over time begin to flow through your heart and throughout your body. It will begin to fill the inside of your head and travel down your spine into your pelvis and out your feet. In the Mayan cosmology, there's a term for human being which is Winklil. Winklil, it's not easy to say unless you're Mayan or were Mayan in another lifetime. Winklil refers to the perception that each of us are and capable of being cosmic vibratory root systems. And as our unresolved events are released from our energy field, we begin to be transmitters of divine light. The way that the divine light comes into the earth is through us. And this is in no way a religion. This is a way of returning to the awareness of the source of ourself. The I am presence. And I will suggest that it is easier if you let go of thinking about it and just become presence. Women, be yourself. I'm going to need to watch this video and see, because I am actually using words that I brought in and wrote earlier as a post, and then I'm making a video out of those words and ad-libbing just a little bit as I do it, when it seems to make more sense for me to say it slightly different than I wrote it. So that's it for now, and we did that in 15 minutes and 51 seconds, so probably 16 once I say now must go.